All right.
What's up, drumheads? If you guys are thinking something looks different, it's because I'm wearing a black shirt in this video. I typically wear white shirts. I've worn white shirts for like the past 3 years, in case you haven't noticed. And now I got a black shirt. And it's not just any black shirt. Look at my nipple. We're working on some merch. We got the logo here, we got the drum head on the back. I've been ordering some samples, making sure that they are good quality, and I will be releasing it soon. So stay tuned for that. A lot of shit has been happening. Good life things. Great life things. I sprained my ankle skateboarding for like the 3rd time, so that kind of put me out for a bit. I got to film Mark Juliana and Nate Smith perform these drum solos at this like light art installment thing. It was super sick, getting to just hang with Mark and Nate and film them. I got a new job filming and editing for Drumeo. This is the Drumeo studio. This is where all of the legends have performed. I've already flown to Canada 2 times now to film and edit these ads and trailers for them, which has been absolutely incredible. It's like a dream job, literally. No, Jared. I'm taking over the company. You're gonna stay home. And then last but not least, one more announcement. I got endorsed by Meinl Cymbals. If you guys know me, this has been like a dream of mine since I was like 18 years old. I've always wanted to represent Meinl Cymbals, and it feels insane now that it's like actually happening. All of my idols play Meinl Cymbals. JP Bouvet, Mike Johnston, Benny Greb, and I remember watching them like 10 years ago and being like, those are the cymbals I want to play. I bought my first sand ride in 2013, and ever since then I've been in love with Meinl Cymbals. So finally, after waiting years and years for them to approach me because I never wanted to approach them, they finally reached out to me. I want to talk to you guys about endorsements and like how I feel about endorsements. Tell you the story of kind of how it came to fruition, but after I show you all of these sick cymbals that Meinl just sent me. Hold up. We'll start with the hi-hats. So the hats I'm using, I got 2 pairs of hats. 14-inch jazz thin hats. I think these are just the quintessential like thin 14-inch hi-hat. It gives you a nice buttery sound, nice dark sound, but you still get the definition. The problem with thin cymbals is you lose the stick definition, but somehow these 14-inch jazz hats, they sound perfect. Then I also got 15-inch dual hats because these are still also thin, but I wanted something a bit beefier and thin to get that kind of washy open hi-hats. And plus they're so sick. Like all the dual stuff is so sick. Which brings me to my next cymbal, the 10-inch dual splash. I just wanted a nice splash on my left-hand side. That way I can frickin' smack it with my left hand on the E's and the U's. I think if I had to pick just any splash, just a good splash sound, it'd probably be this splash. It's just nice and airy, really thin. Your stick just kind of like goes right through it. It's just so satisfying to play and hear. Since we're talking about dual stuff, I'll just throw in the dual crash. I got a 19-inch dual crash. You want that just like bitey crash sound, just that psh. I did 19 instead of 18 because I wanted just a little bit beefier. Sometimes 18s, if you're smashing on them, they kind of go all haywire, but the 19 is like a little bit bigger, so it just stays nice and controlled. I'm not gonna be playing metal and shit on it, I'm just gonna hit it once. I also asked for the 8-inch Benny Greb Crasher hats. I've always wanted like a mini pair of hi-hats, and this is like the best sounding pair of mini hats. There's a lot of stacks on my kit. A lot of stacks because stacks are just the best. And on the topic of stacks, I had to ask for the new Smack stack. I think a lot of people have been waiting for Meinl to make this cymbal. The clap sound that it produces is like so perfect. Another stack I got was the Matt Garska Temporal Stack 2, I believe. It's like a 10-inch china on top of a 10-inch splash, and it just makes this bitey, quick, like stack sound, I also ordered an 18-inch vintage trash craft. I wanted to use this one as like my big stack on the right side, so I'm using that as a top cymbal, and on the bottom I'm using an 18-inch thin crash that I used to have before this all happened. For my ride cymbal, I got a 22-inch vintage pure light ride. I actually owned this exact cymbal back in the day, but I had to sell it because I was playing in a country rock band, and this is not a country rock cymbal. So it's really thin, really dry, but it's so fun to play. Because it's so thin, it's like bouncy and wobbly. The cymbal like plays for you. Your stick bounces off it. There's like this dance happening. The dance between your stick and the cymbal. I don't know. It's the most satisfying cymbal to play ever. And I also got a China, an 18-inch Byzance dual China. I just wanted a nice China on my right side. I haven't had a China cymbal in a long time, and I feel like I said China like 30 times. But yeah, it's just a good sounding China. It's clean, it's crisp, cuts through the mix, you know? That's my China sound. So about 8 years ago, I was offered an endorsement by a smaller boutique cymbal company. I was 19 years old at the time, and I was just excited to be getting free cymbals, and I didn't even care about the quality, so I just said yes. Well, a few months into playing the cymbals, I realized I missed my Meinls, and the fun of being endorsed quickly wore off. So I gave the cymbals back and vowed that I would never accept another endorsement unless it was Meinl. And since then, I have been approached by other companies and declined. Big companies. But I declined because of that reason. I know if I accepted an endorsement, yeah, it'd be fun getting all these cymbals, but I would still miss my Meinls. But also, I never wanted to be the guy to like reach out to a brand and ask for an endorsement, or like fill out an endorsement request form thing. I wanted them to reach out to me. But in 2017, I did reach out to Meinl's A&R, basically saying, I want to be a Meinl artist, but I don't feel like I deserve it. What are you looking for in a Meinl artist? And he basically replied saying, can you please reply with a list of bullet points that account for having brought you to the point of feeling that you are now deserving it? I didn't send him a list at the time because I couldn't think of anything. And I still cannot think of anything today. There is no answer for that question. I don't think you're ever ready or not ready. There's no clear path or set of instructions on the type of person you have to be or the accomplishments you have to be endorsed. But yeah, after that, I just shut up. Didn't say anything. Kept making drumming videos, and then 5 years later, they hit me up. Maybe now I'm ready. Now, I don't want to take 100% credit. Someone did put a good word in for me. I didn't ask him to. But he actually played a show here last week in Philly with his band, IPrevail. Mr. Gabe Helguera, aka Drum Beats Online. More like Drum Beats in person. This is the first time Gabe and I actually got to meet in person, but we've kind of been friends online for a really long time. But it was awesome getting to see him smash it with IPrevail. Gabe even got me a freaking photo pass so I could film the show, which is always a favorite of mine. I just realized how much hair is all over me. It's from my dog. Yeah, if you have a dog, then probably don't get my merch.